Yes, yes, oh yes, we're back. We're back, guys. We are back, guys. As you walk in, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, thank you for tuning in to KI Culture Radio. Hakeem, what's cracking like it? What's cracking like it on this Vertical Live Tuesday?
You already know, man. We back at it like we never left.
Shout out to everybody that's right now watching us on Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Guys, make sure you follow. It's so very important to follow so you never miss it. More live. Shout out to those watching us on Rumble and also X. And now new to the KI Culture Radio family, TikTok. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really do greatly appreciate you guys. Now, guys, you want to see the other panelists on the panel? Prince Hakeem, make your way over to YouTube on KI Culture Radio. You'll be able to see him, his beautiful face, the same way you see my beautiful face. So moving along, Hakeem, it is Vertical Live Tuesday, so you know we're gonna deep dive a different variety of topics. Let's go, let's do it. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure Instagram is set up, and we're about to get ready to take off. Here we go. So sports. So Hakeem, sports. You already know football season is about to get ready to get started. So, but unfortunately, you know, there's a lot of controversy when it comes to the aspect of the Eagles. It seems like the Eagles, after winning the Super Bowl win, they're making a round tour. You got we're gonna talk about that. We got AJ Brown going to a college telling them about how let's get started. Let's just go straight to it. Let's just get straight to it. So Jalen pretty much was asked at a press conference why did he not attend the White House. Go ahead, Hakeem, play that clip and we'll deep dive into it.
What's up, Brownie Evans?
What ended the decision to not go to the White House?
I wasn't available. I don't think that's pertinent. Everyone who went and was available, they seemed to enjoy themselves.
Jalen, does your off-season change? Jalen, how come you didn't go to the White House? What ended the decision to not go to the White House?
I wasn't available. I don't think that's pertinent.
So Hakeem, that was his answer. He said he wasn't available. So your thoughts, Hakeem? Do you think he wasn't available, or you think he was capped? He just didn't want to attend.
I think he didn't want to attend. This is the highest officer of the land. You're not going to see the president as an insult. Mm-hmm. Regardless of whatever feelings you may have about Donald Trump, regardless of whatever opinions you got, he is the president of the United States, and he has to be respected. Same thing. The same way I feel about Michelle Obama not coming. I felt she disrespected the country, just like I feel Jalen Hurts disrespect. He is a good football player, but he's not a good citizen. You keep throwing them balls. That's why you're not in office.
Yep. That's the reason. And I think because Trump was voting for the Eagles, why would you attend? Because I wouldn't attend either. Bonnie Alley said, Hakeem, you look bad. But Hakeem just coming home from work, so he's just waking up. So so he's just waking up. He's just waking up. And now when it comes to the aspect of also Hakeem with the Eagles.
Hold on. She say, Hakeem, I'm mad at you, but I'm not trying to derail the show.
She's mad at you. Oh, my, sorry.
What did I do?
Yeah, but Jalen didn't want to go. To me, he didn't want to attend because I think he just didn't support Donald Trump. And it's okay if you don't support Donald Trump.
You don't.
A lot of people didn't support Donald Trump. But to me, that's your only opportunity to go see the president.
But here's the thing. He's a citizen of the United States, so he had to go see the president and show his respect to the country, to the land of the free and the home and the brave. It was an insult for him to represent the city of brotherly love with the Liberty Bell, freedom. It is a shame for you to wear an Eagles jersey and not to go see the president of the United States of America.
And not only that, but let's move on to more Eagles. Super Bowl champion. You already know, AJ Brown also had a comment where he talks about how a lot of these players that's in the NFL are dealing with pornography and also women issues. Go right ahead. I can't play that clip and we'll dive right into it. It's the very first clip.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, this is
The very first clip. It's a Daily Loud. The first clip. You got it?
yeah.
The problem that you may have, whatever vice you have. You got a women problem right now, get $100 million and see that problem. That problem gonna show up loud and clear. You see what I'm saying? Like, these people getting in trouble right now, bro, and we may laugh at, but we don't even see the signs. The whole time though, but that's a problem. That's a problem. All right, I'm gonna give you an example. I ain't gonna give you no other name, but it's guys that's in the league getting in trouble with women. They got finished with women. They doing little stuff, because when you got all that type of money, dog, like, bro, that stuff shows up, because now it's at your leisure. Now you can get any woman you want. You can pick and choose. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't all peaches and cream, because, like, as men, I truly feel like as men, bro, we need to sit down. We need to talk more about, like, on some real time porn, right? And it's going to a whole nother level, because for what porn does to your brain, it desensitizes your brain. And so you may think like, hey man, she look good or whatever. No, you looking at her as an object, not as a human being. You see what I'm saying? But I see that shit all the time from my team. My teammates talk about stuff like from other players and all these other stuff, bro. That's real, dog. So like, just because you got all these blessings, all this money and all this shit, like that shit, bro, everything ain't peaches and cream. Because whatever problem that you may have deep down inside that you're not telling nobody about, get some bread, get some money, get whatever you desire. I promise you, that shit gonna show up, and you're not gonna be able to hide it, because you can't. Like, cause when you get that bread though, who you are really comes out. I'm just gonna shoot you straight. So you got to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do and who you're supposed to be before you even get to that level. That's why you see these guys are getting in trouble doing this stuff. Like, but they ain't no accident, dog. Like, now if it's wrongfully accused, then that's different. So, but that's real though. So everything ain't peaches and cream.
So you got the cheese heavy.
Yeah, cause you got every.
There you have it, Ikeem. Your thoughts. He spoke a lot of facts there. Your thoughts of him going deep dives of how NFL players are dealing with certain issues, like when it comes to pornography and also women issues.
So, for everybody who listen to me clear. These guys are 19, 18, 21, 22, 23. These are kids we're talking about with a large amount of cash. Some of these guys have no father near them. What structure do they have to know what's wrong or right when everybody around them is their yes men, even their mamas?
Yeah.
Their mama's not telling them what to do. You're the breadwinner of another family. Who's going to talk to you? Who you want to listen to? How you going to listen to somebody? You got $100 million. You've made more money than your whole community.
Yep.
So you're going to indulge in the most negative, most vile, most disrespected thing you think, and nobody can't tell you nothing. And then when you go broke, you want people to feel sympathy for you. 90% of these guys go broke. But these guys don't have a structure for people to talk to them or listen to. So that's the reason why their guys are in this.
Yep, and that was how I love the clarity. I love the pretty much him speaking the truth, because I think a lot of these young kids need to understand that even though they may see the glamour and gold, but a lot of these guys have deep-rooted issue when it comes to aspect of pornography and also women, and they always go in the league. They feel like, oh, I'm untouchable, I'm unstoppable, but then when they get the right woman, it seems like everything, or not the right woman, but the wrong woman, it seems like everything they have is gone. So shout out to AJ Brown, Super Bowl champion, deep dive and telling pretty much us the truth of what exactly was going on. Shout out to White Hot, like he said, he's speaking the truth. He is. He's speaking the truth 110%. And not only that, also when it comes to the Eagles too, go ahead, I can't show this headline. The coach of the Eagle, Nick, is getting an extension on his head coaching job. I think, and it's a multi-year extension, so that means Moolah is coming to him. He deserves it because he brought the team to pretty much a Super Bowl championship. So I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him. It was actually breaking news yesterday. So Hakeem, your thoughts of him getting that big major deal as head coach of the Eagles?
For me, he proved what he was able to do, what he was capable. He took a team that nobody was not thinking about to a championship.
Facts.
And they did it flawlessly. But we also got to think the offices and the management office at the Philadelphia Eagles. If they didn't draft Jalen Hurts, if they didn't get key players to put in there, Mr. Nick wouldn't been able to do what he needs. Like, let's be honest, you're a coach, but if you don't got the best equipment there, how are you going to get the way you're going?
Hakeem, another fact. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click on, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, shout out to everybody watching us all across the board. Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Make sure you follow. It's so very important for you guys to follow so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to those watching us on Rumble and also X. And I got shout out to our new edition family, TikTok. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Vertical Live Tuesday. So Hakeem, money makes the world go round. Money makes our pockets fat. So Hakeem, Walgreens has saved over $500 million using robots to fill prescription drugs. I told you Hakeem was coming. I told you it was coming. It was coming. It was coming. It's coming. So now the pharmaceutical company are going to suffer because robots are taking over. So Hakeem, it's not human beings that are taking the job. It's the robots. Go ahead, Hakeem. Your thoughts.
I love it. I support this. I think this is the greatest thing. I can't wait.
I hate it
for them to get rid of all the pharmacy technicians at Walgreens, at CVS, at all these, at Eckerd's. These guys make mistakes. Robots do not make mistakes. I'm happy that they got the robots. I'm happy that AI is here. I'm happy because listen here, whoever goes and fill out prescriptions for their mom and dad, know that the pharmacy technicians are disrespectful. Sometimes they forget they do not say hello. A robot has no emotions. Fill the goddamn prescription and let's go.
So you say the issue is because human beings got emotions, we can't fill up people for prescription drugs because we got emotions. I can't.
Oh yeah. Some of these people can't even read. Some of these people can't even read. They fill in the wrong prescription. They're giving you something they know they do. They're not even explaining what the prescription is. You know what I mean? Even the pharmacists are not nice at Walgreens. I can't wait till all them lose their job. Long live the robot.
I totally disagree with you 110%. We need human beings because we need interaction. Robots now, all you're gonna do when you get interaction with a robot, you're gonna go there like, hey, Mr. Hiking, or Mr. Ronnie Ron, here's your vitamins, and that's it. I can't have an interaction with you. I can say, hey, how your day's going?
Listen,
what's new? What's happening? No interaction anymore.
That's what you got a woman for and kids. I don't need interaction.
You still want interaction with people.
No. Listen, I need people to follow orders.
I can't. You're unbelievable, man. Moving on to more financial news. Keke Palmer says she lives below her means despite making millions of dollars as an actress. If I make $1 million, my rent was on $1,500. Go ahead. I'll wait till you show the headlines. I think this is very, 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 very beautiful. Keke Palmer, I'll wait till you find it. It's right before the coach of the Eagles.
All right.
So here's the thing, Hakeem. She was taught very well by her parents on how to save money and how to utilize money the right and correct way. Even though she's making millions of dollars in Hollywood, she still was able to save a lot of money, which is a smart woman. Because you know why? At the end of the day, she gonna be wealthy for a very long time. So Hakeem, your thoughts of her learning how to save money, even though she's a millionaire? I think she's take the Dave Ramsey method. Go right ahead.
This is clickbait.
How you say that's clickbait? No,
this
man.
Hear me out. Hear me out. There's 131 people who's watching. They know where I'm going to go with this. Where in Los Angeles you going to get rent for $1,300 or $1,500? Are you living close? Are you living in a shack?
Saying that, she was saying that as an example.
Oh, because we got a Los Angeles expert. He's not here. Ain't no rent $1,300-$1,500 in Los Angeles. You living in a shack, or you out there?
It's an example. So if I'm making $1 million, I want to live below my means. I'm not gonna buy pretty much a mansion. I would rather rent than own. That would be pretty much the mindset she has.
Oh yeah,
which is a very smart mindset, because if she rent, then the money she could use she can invest in other things like get property, get businesses. You already know stocks, trade. So to me, this is a smart black woman. Very smart.
No, definitely. And listen, I get where she's coming from, but she's on social media and we take everything seriously. So when she said $1,500, I say, where in Los Angeles? All she had to do did not get, if she wasn't going to show up her bills, her budget sheet, her profit and loss sheet, her P&L, then everything else seems clickbait. But I get the point that she was trying to go. Live below your means, but there's a lot of people who can't. I like to drink expensive coffee every day. I'm not giving that up.
Yep. That's facts. And also when it comes to aspect of financial news too, Hakeem, Kobe Bryant owed his daughter. I would call her man. She just graduated from UFC.
This was a wonderful thing.
It is. Congratulations to her. She graduated, man.
We always gotta highlight the queens. You know what I mean? She persevered, losing her father and her little sister, and it's just her and her mom and them. Shout outs to you, Queen. Yeah. Ride high. You know what I mean? Mamba life.
But she's doing a wonderful thing. And also, this is also great news too. This deal with sports, but Shedeur Sanders, we love to talk about Shedeur Sanders. I would say opportunity, when opportunity comes, it comes. So now he signed a 4-year deal, which is worth $4.6 million. Shedeur Sanders. Would you bring that headlines up? So it's a rookie contract for the Browns for 4 years for $4.6 million. So congratulations to him. So you never know when your opportunity may come. And mine is a rookie deal. So even if he doesn't play, he still get that type of money. So shout out to him. So Hakeem, your thoughts on Shedeur Sanders? Because everybody was worried how much he's going to get paid. And that's how much he's going to get paid.
So I want people to pay attention. We want to thank Shedeur Sanders. I need to thank his father, Deion Sanders. His perseverance, his strategy, his position making got him to the 4.5. They was trying to get him to the 40 M's, but that's no problem. Shedeur's gonna get $100 million. Like I say it now, and I want people to quote this and timestamp this. Shedeur Sanders is gonna get $140 million contract on his next contract. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer. I think that the NFL was overzealous and misjudgment on this one, and they're going to pay dearly for this.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Shout out to the 130 people watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in on this Vertical Live Tuesday. Shout out to Mr. Darlaw that's in the building. Of course, White High. Shout out to you. Shout out to the Sugar Bum, a.k.a. Shicey Bum's also in the building. And also shout out to Brownie Alley, who's also in the building. Shout out to Patrick right now watching us on Instagram. And shout out to you guys also watching us on TikTok. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Vertical Live Tuesday. So we moving along. Hakeem, hip-hop. Hakeem, you already know we love some hip-hop. Hakeem, what's going on with Exhibit? It seemed like Exhibit breakdown. Remember, I don't know if you remember the show Pimp My Ride. He talked about the breakdown on how much they was really making doing Pimp My Ride. So go ahead, Hakeem, play that clip, and we'll deep dive right into it. That's right after The Rock. There you go.
Your perception of success and what success actually is are two different things. Mm-hmm. So when we got on MTV, I think the agent that I was with accepted some bullshit ass deal. We didn't know it was going to be what it was. It was like $5,000 an episode.
Okay.
One of them.
One of those, yeah.
I thought they were going to play my music videos, but obviously they didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But let me tell you how scandalous it got. So we do this show. They put us on at 11 o'clock at night. It starts blowing up. They start moving us forward. So now we're part of this, like, we're with Punk'd. We're,
it's prime time.
Yeah, it's prime time. It's MTV, right? And so they keep me as the host. And, you know, West Coast Customs is his own garage, and, you know, they don't want to negotiate with me, so we don't have any kind of strength or leverage, so they divided us, you know what I'm saying? So they were happy with what they were doing, and they didn't want to reveal to me what they were doing, and so I was just kind of stuck on my own, right? So they kept me in this little box, even though the what made the show was built on my back, right? You know what I'm saying?
You made it popular.
Correct. And so as things started going, you know, I was just like, I was not happy, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not able to tour. I'm not able to go out and do other things to, you know, this is like a problem. So they keep like inching it up a little at a time, little at a time. And if you remember, that wasn't the big deal. I think where the coconut started shifting was, and you're gonna understand this. My deal with Viacom and MTV,
What the?
There
what
you go,
just happened?
Hakeem. Your thoughts on? Oh, that was it. There we go.
Oh,
that was it, Hakeem. Yeah, that was it. So, Hakeem, your thoughts on the exhibit breaking down how the contract went, and pretty much his negotiation when it came to the aspect of Pimp My Ride.
You want to know something? I do think whenever you work with corporations, you really have no leverage unless you have a lot to offer when there's a bag in place. So he just accordingly did this. And I don't know why he expected West Coast Custom to work out a deal with you. Y'all both are two separate entities. You know what I mean? Everybody have their own wants and needs or what they feel they deserve. So when he said that, it makes kind of sense. But $5,000 per episode at that time is a lot of money. You know what I mean? But if we're talking about profit sharing, maybe some points off the merchandise or something like that, or if it goes into syndication, like these things, I would understand. Like hopefully they had negotiated that, but I don't see the show syndicated.
Yeah, Pimp My Ride, remember at the time it was a hit sensation. Nobody expected it to be a big sensation like it was at that time, because remember it was something new and something fresh. So everybody thought, oh, what? But when they got the amount of views, and then Exhibit didn't negotiate when he didn't renew his contract, that when Pimp My Ride was done. If they would have negotiated his contract, man, Pimp My Ride would have probably been another 5 years. That was a great MTV show. I used to tune in and watch that, man, every time. I think every Thursday, if I believe so. That was a really hit show. But moving along when it comes to other hip hop news. So DBG, if y'all don't know right now, he is beefing with so many people. He's beefing with Ray J. He's beefing with Soulja Boy because they are not happy with what happened with Hailey Bailey when it came to aspect of allegedly he was abusing her. So I can play that clip of Ray J pretty much going in on DBG. And also Soulja Boy as well. Go right ahead.
You said it's your own fault for signing a deal he didn't like or read.
No, the one above that.
Not
that one. The one. Yeah, you can do it. You can play that one if you like. Yeah, but you can play that one. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, you want me to play both of these ones? All right. Okay,
yeah.
I'll start with this because this is the one you're intending me to read. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. He also lost major deals, and also then the next week you can play with him beefing with Ray J.
Yeah, I want to be transparent with y'all. It's a whole lot of brands switching up on me right now. I want you brands to know all this shit over with. I'm charging y'all quadruple tax, quintuple actually. Man, who vibe is this, bro? Give me a hug. Who vibe is this? How's she getting? What you do to him?
You know how to fight, right? You a boxer, right? Let's get in the fucking ring. All 80. Fuck you talking about all 80. Tell the nigga set that shit up for this weekend. I'm off tour tomorrow. You can fight the day after tomorrow. Fuck you talking about? I'll be in LA tomorrow. Tomorrow my last show. I'll be in LA in 2 days. Call 8 and set the fight up. I'ma beat the Sour Patch Kids out your beat the Skittles out your pocket. Fruity.
So
You think Haley wants your gay ass around her? I'll beat your call 8 and you part of the Diddy gang. Set the boxing match up. Since you so hard, I'll beat your putting your hands on the mermaid. I'm gonna beat the
well, at least it's blurted out. So.
Yeah, it's bleak. It's bleak.
You a pussy.
It's bleak. So.
My mom fuck you and your whole family. Fuck you talking about. You's a bitch. Shit ain't gonna never end. This day 3 on you know.
Ray J was just asking to stream with me, and now he trying to call his homie to get me fucking copyrighted over a song. It's already cleared. No, you can't get a stream with me. Fuck ya. It's like so many niggas, bro. It's just niggas I ain't even really gotta address for real. These folks be on my meat, riding, trying to get on my wave. Both of them niggas trying to be streamers. No one's watching you. You will never get to my level, ever, in your life. Neither one of you niggas. Soulja Boy's begging for galaxies on TikTok as we speak. Galaxies. Ray J was just asking to stream with me, and now he... Yeah, man, I just want to express how much I appreciate people, you know, sticking with me. I know I don't want to talk too much, but I know how it can be. It can, you know. See, I don't really want to say too much, but I know what type of nigga I am. Like, you know, it's just, you know, I'm kind of lost. So I'm still surfing and figuring it out and just seeing what's, you know, figuring it out day by day. But it's just like, you know, I don't know how to explain it without explaining it, you know. But y'all know what type of nigga. People,
we call him Bobby V. DDG owe Bobby V some money, bro, on the dead homie. And he should have shouted him out, too. We're not playing over here, my nigga. Bobby V, I was listening to the DDG album. It's not about the numbers, but he did 501 album sales this week, which is great. Look.
All the time, no. Yeah. So there you have it, Hakeem. So what's your thoughts overall with Soulja Boy, Ray J, him losing his endorsement deals on certain companies? Your thoughts? You think DBG is going down, or he's still going to remain going up? Go right ahead.
So over here, we try to be fair. There's an allegation of abuse. There's pictures. There's bruises. We got to let the courts handle their business. With Ray J and Soulja Boy, I don't know what's up with them in that business right there with them. We need to mind our business sometime. I don't never take Soulja Boy serious. Anybody who curses more in a sentence, we're not on the same level. Let's just say that he doesn't speak for all of us. He doesn't represent every black man here. We are articulate. We are astute. We can talk. So what he said is not pertinent to the conversation that he's getting. I don't know why he's mad. You worrying about somebody's business is an ongoing case. Like, you don't know if it's a false allegation or what. You got money, they're going to fight lawyers, and that's the thing. Let's mind our business.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
But I think he's reacting because some of these guys really have good connection with Hailey. And remember, they don't like to see women being abused. That, you know, Soulja Boy, I haven't pretty much, you know, I've not heard no lawsuit of him abusing a woman.
But
no,
so
have we? No, it was. Yeah, I think it was a falsely sexual allegation, and I think he beat it. So is that what I'm saying? Like, stop.
So you say Soulja Boy give me black fatigue. Me too. But here's the thing, Ron. We take abuse seriously, but we also got to take false allegations seriously.
Of course.
But hear me out. I'm going to get crucified for this. Women have been taught in 2025 how to weaponize allegations. Most men are not smart enough to understand to take things to case. They just want to get rid of it, knowing that sometimes they didn't even do it. There's not even evidence in some of these cases. The evidence that are seen, yes, we take those serious. But allegations without evidence, it's just allegations. In America, they talk to take every allegation seriously. Most guys are guilty before proven innocent. Look at what's going on with Tory Lanez. A young woman said that, bang, bang. Now he's in prison.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to everybody that's watching us all across the board. Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Shout out to those also watching us on Rumble and also X. And our new addition to Chaos Culture Radio family, TikTok. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Vertical Live Tuesday. So moving along, before we head to the headline, you already to the main topic on today's show. So Hakeem, right now, New York Mayor Eric Adams spoke about the Mexican Navy ship that crashed into the Brooklyn Bridge, Hakeem. I don't know if you heard about it, but go ahead, Hakeem, play that clip, and we'll deep dive right into it.
277 on board, and they're properly being taken care of. We're open to a few questions at this time.
Go ahead, please. Let's go ahead.
Mr. Mayor, we were told by some spectators who say they saw people fall into the water. Is that true? And could you talk about what that recovery process looked like?
Chief?
I'm sorry. No one fell into the water. They were all hurt inside the ship, on top of the ship.
Are any of these injuries life-threatening?
We want to classify them as seriously injured. We want the hospital personnel to carry out the determination of how the extent of those injuries. We don't want to put any fear in those who are waiting for their family members because names haven't been released. But right now, we're going to let the medical staff determine the extent of the injuries.
Mayor Adams, could you just talk about it again?
277 on board.
The purpose of this boat being in the water, what its intention was, and how it got taken off course, like where it was originally going?
The ship, from what I was informed by the supervisors of the ship, it was disembarking and going to Iceland. So
it was authorized to be in these waters doing
Yes,
that?
correct. Yes. Anything else, sir?
But it wasn't supposed to go under the Brooklyn Bridge.
I guess it was the pilot that is assigned to navigate, the boat out of the water. I believe there was some mechanical issues that probably caused the ship to hit the water.
The purpose of...
Wow. So it was going to Iceland, and they was not even supposed to go under that Brooklyn Bridge. Shout out to our new subscriber, Katie. Thank you so much for being here and also reading my books. Thank you so much for being here on this Vertical Live Tuesday. Go ahead, Hakeem, your thoughts on that.
I'm going to blame the city of New York City.
How?
They dropped the ball. Hear me out. The city of New York City dropped the ball on this. The Coast Guards dropped the ball on this. For every maritime place, you are approached by Coast Guard.
True.
Like, we live in the state of Florida. We live near the water. You come here on the boat from Bahamas, Coast Guard is out there stopping you. They're guiding you out to the water. Where's the tugboats? The tugboats guide the cruise ships out. Where's the tugboats in New York City? How are you that careless to hit the Brooklyn Bridge? Where's the Maritime guys out there? New York Maritime, holla at me. Am I wrong here? There's nobody surveying the waters of New York City.
And I used to live in New York, so you know.
I stayed in New York for quite some time. Been on Long Island, the Hudson River, you name it. I stayed in Massachusetts, so I know these things. You come to Massachusetts, they approach you on water. Maine, which is a big fishing area, You cannot go out there without not getting approached by the Maritime gang. So for a big Nina Pinta Santa Maria ship to hit the Brooklyn Bridge, and they're allowed. This is because this is American waters. Nobody didn't check the boat. Nobody didn't frisk anybody. They didn't get their walking papers. I'm saying New York City dropped the ball.
Whew, this one's a tough one, and now that they say 19 people was injured on that ship. Of course, they're doing it's an ongoing investigation of what occurred and what exactly happened. And like you did make some good points on the aspect of where was the Coast Guard? Where were these people guiding these people? Like, hey, you're going the wrong way. You're gonna hit the Brooklyn Bridge, and it seems like there's a lot of boats been hitting that Brooklyn Bridge lately. So it looked like it ain't London Bridge going down. It looked like the Brooklyn Bridge is about to go down. So I don't know, man.
The bridge is over. The bridge is over. The bridge is over.
I keep you no good. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click on, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Shout out to the going on 200 people watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in on this Vertical Live Tuesday. I keep moving along to the main topic of today's show. So, Cassie mom testified and talked about how she was trying to pay Diddy to get Cassie's, you already know, sex tape and other things she talked about. But however, we do not have the news clip, but we do have her leaving the courtroom, and they asked her some questions from, you already know, very own the Shade Room. So go right ahead. I can't play that clip.
Miss Ventura, what's your message to other young women out there, to other mothers who might have daughters that are in situations like Cassie?
Miss Ventura, we with you. No one said I didn't see this coming. So listen, I'm with you. We support you. You know, you support your daughter. Go in, the government employees go in. I'm not saying that to try to get you to respond. I'm gonna just bring them in there until you come right out front. Yeah, take this.
Yeah, she didn't really speak much when she left her room. I did, because they was asking us. The defense was pretty much, when they cross-examining her, they was asking her, okay, if you were trying to get these tapes and getting all these things from Diddy, why didn't Diddy fell through with it? So she was like, it was mostly because of Diddy. It was Diddy a cause that it didn't fall through. But I can't. It seems like this case is getting messier and messier. And not only that, but also Diddy former assistant too. Hakeem, you could show the headline too. Diddy also former assistant. Also, Dave James also talking about experiences dealing with Suge Knight, on how he was afraid some days to work with Diddy because he figured that Suge Knight will probably have him be deleted. It was just crazy in the courtroom today. It's way at the bottom. Way at the bottom.
Okay.
Before you head to the Angela Sim, yeah. So that one right there, Hakeem, it was just, and he also testified why he resigned for being a Diddy assistant, and also how Suge Knight allegedly threatened him while he was in the Los Angeles area, and talking about, hey, he want to know some information when it came to aspect of Biggie. Hakeem, your thoughts on this? This case is getting messier, man. Go right ahead. Do you still think that he's gonna overcome this case? Go right ahead.
I was speaking to a spiritual brother of mine, and he gave me a thrashing because the case is getting messier. The case is getting messier, and I'm not a lawyer. And I got to give this disclaimer out there, and y'all understand, because women are very sensitive about this. So I want to put this disclaimer out there. I wonder if they are going to do some Me Too narrative. So let me get this disclaimer before I give my short dialogue on this. We do not support women being abused, coerced, or led into any sort of prostitution or to do things. Now, with that being said, as they start to unravel this case. I still personally, I've been in the judicial system. I've went through cases myself. I know what a discovery is, the deposition and all this. I'm still wondering myself how they're going to prove trafficking on this one. And my spiritual brother went off on me and said that I'm crazy, but I'm looking at this from my own lens. I might not know everything. I still think like this seems like this is a lover's quarrel. And please, anybody don't crucify me. I might need education about this. You know what I mean?
No, but Hakeem, is also alleged that the prosecutor had one guy that said he was hired by Diddy to get drugs from another state to bring it to wherever the party was at.
I would love to see that. But here's the thing. They had Dawn Richards here the other day. She changed her story 4 times. Aubrey Day refused to testify.
Correct.
A lot of these other guys are
and remember, you still have Day 26, who also did a DJ Vlad interview, and he talks about. They talked about certain things, so we don't know if the prosecution is going to use them.
Thank you, Narrative and Dialogues. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm scared to be very open about this because in the back, me and him, we know the same people. They didn't like my commentary. So
no, they didn't.
I've been crucified the whole week, and women have been getting on me for this. So we're trying to look on TikTok, and outside of this, we don't support anything leading anybody to anything. We don't support hurting of anybody. But hear me out. As we look at this case, Ron, me and Ron talk about this every day. We go at it all the time, trying to get down to the bottom of this. She went involved and had multiple freak offs. At any given day, she could have just went up and leave.
It's not hard when a woman's being abused, though.
I understand that, and I understand Stockholm Syndrome. I understand a lot of this stuff. When she was ready to leave, she left and left everything everything that she owned. She left. When she finally left, she left with the trainer. I'm happy she was strong, but hear this out. When we looking at it from a judicial point of view, we need to see racketeering. I need to see trafficking. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, love you. You know what I mean? Be yourself, truth, her, just, I need to see. And listen here, we know people who are being trafficked. We know people who are being racketeering. We know people who are being led into prostitution. And these guys need to get convicted because there are real victims out here. I'm looking at this. Was this a lover's quarrel? Because I'm wondering if she's the only victim, why he's going to court? Where's the other victim? I've known real pimps who went and they had victims, real victims, 2 to 3 victims. They was let out, coerced in that, and now in the prison doing life. So if she's the only victim, there's no other person that he has led into prostitution and then anything. So I'm looking at it from this lens.
Well, according to the mom was saying that Cassie wrote to her and said that Diddy has a sex tape of her, and he's willing to release it because he found out that she was dating on Kid Cudi.
Yeah,
talking to Kid Cudi, allegedly.
Ron, you and I know, as powerful as Puffy is, as men, when we get hurt, we'll say things but don't mean it. He would have ruined his career if he released an X tape. Hold on, True. He said. Narrative and Dialogue say black people during this whole process has been worried about the wrong thing concerning this case. They are ignorant to the law and do not read the key elements of the case. Thank you. Narrative and Dialogues, we're going to say that you're right 1,000%. You have 50,000 points. Everybody was worrying about the baby oil.
Yeah. Nobody care anything as well. Everybody would make a joke about the baby oil. Even during the trial, the judge even say, let's stop talking about the baby oil, let's talk about other things, because that's the one thing everybody kept talking about. Because everybody they were so I think they were so thrilled about it.
They were thrilled about it. But that should also let us know, Ron, that the whole world is deviant. If we're talking about baby oil and not focusing on the case, this man was arrested in front of his daughters and this and that. The man made a public fool. They had him in handcuffs. His business practice is his business practice. What he does behind closed doors, what he does behind closed doors. There's other people who do worse, and we allow them to do whatever they want.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Go right ahead. I can read that comment before we move on.
Yes, it says, you are doing right, Hakeem, as a content creator by not thinking like everyone else. If I was not correct, I would have gotten 150,000 views and likes. That is correct. He said they're more worried about than the victims. 100%. They're not looking at it from a law perspective or judicial point. Because listen here, from us who understands what victims are, we all come from areas where we know what victims look like, and we're just trying to be honest about it. Go ahead, brother.
Move along. So Dwayne, so you already know, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, gets emotional over his birthday gift, reminding him of his late father. Go right ahead. I can't play that clip, and we'll deep dive right into it.
WWF Wrestling, March 17th, Springfield, Mass. 11-year-old Dwayne Johnson attended to watch Dad.
Yeah, you were there, brother. I've seen that video so many times of you ringside. It's crazy, man.
In this moment, this day, this was the happiest I've seen him. 1984 WWF.
They have it, Hakeem. Your thoughts? Man, I love The Rock, man. The Rock, when that's a deep guy, man.
I love The Rock, but I also love fathers, and I want to give a shout out to my dad. I want to give a shout out to your dad, Ron.
Yeah.
I want to give a
Not
shout
Father's
out to
Day,
everybody.
but we got to show love to our dads. Yeah,
we got to show fathers. If you want to see a thoughtful gift, this was what it was, and it did says that how important fathers are going to be important in men's lives, and how so important, how influential in inspirational these things is. For a lot of people who don't know is I got into music because my dad wanted to be a DJ. He spent all his money from Radio Shack that he bought turntables and stuff. Still never DJ'd a party, but he used to DJ at the thing. So, and it touched me because these are the type of things, how you see us here doing these things, we're getting influenced. Even, I would even speak for a lot of y'all, what y'all might do for work or what you might aspire. Who inspired y'all? Was it your father or was it a man in y'all? A man that inspired y'all. So this was a good thing.
I always tell people, make sure you spend time with your kids. Like, that was, I love the fact Jordan spent time with his daughter. Like, you got to spend time with them because that memory stays with them forever.
Yeah.
And ever and ever and ever. Mind you, that one wrestling event changed The Rock Johnson's whole life. To the point he wanted to be a wrestler because of his father. I told you, man, people need their fathers, man. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to Rooster, King Rooster, that's in the building. Who now watching us on Instagram. Thank you so much, Big Dog, for being here. We have over 200 people watching us all across the board. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Vertical Live Tuesday. I can't move it along, so I think we talked about this. Remember those jailers that got away?
Yeah.
Now they find the corporate that helped them got away. Go ahead, I can play that clip. He actually worked for the jail. Go right ahead.
A jail maintenance worker was arrested and charged with helping inmates escape. Kelsey Davis joins us now with details. Kelsey.
That's right. Sources tell us Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office maintenance worker, a 33-year-old Sterling Williams, now faces 11 separate, or he has been booked, I should say, on 11 separate counts, including 10 charges of principal to escape or helping the inmates escape, and 1 count of malfeasance in office. So we've learned through court documents from sources that Williams told investigators Antoine Massey, one of the escaped inmates, threatened to shank him, he said, if he did not turn off the water to the cell through which they escaped. Those documents, again from sources, also say Williams is seen on surveillance footage inside one of the jail pods talking to Derek Groves, Massey, and another inmate. According to the Orleans Parish Criminal District Court docket master, Sterling was arrested and booked on the 11 charges yesterday and is now in custody. So far, only 4 of the 10 escapees are back behind bars as law enforcement across the state and region continue searching for the remaining 6 who are on the run.
State that a jail maintenance worker was
headline too from DJ Vlad saying that he won't mind if they out there. He won't mind interviewing them for I love DJ Vlad. He said, "Yo, man," he said, "Email me or DM me so we can interview before you go back to jail." But go ahead, Hakeem. Your thoughts on pretty much the maintenance guy helping them escape, and also DJ Vlad want to do an interview with the fugitive. Go right ahead.
I want that maintenance the guy to get hard prison time.
But Hakeem, he was afraid for his life. They were gonna shank him.
How they gonna shank you if they're behind bars? They're behind bars. You're not interacting with them. And if you are, there's a guard there. People forget that people have been in jail before.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one, I can't.
No.
Because they say they were threatening to shank him. So, sometimes these jailers, they get the right person. They let him out. They could go and shake that man.
He needed to be a martyr, and he needed to get unalive to save the citizens of New Orleans. We do not need savages back on the street. He needed to listen. If that was me, I would have gladly took that shank to the heart, to the chest, to make sure that none of the savages were able to get that. Listen here, if you're going to jail and you're in prison, you need to stay there. If you're not here for rehabilitation, we do not need you on the street. I want to thank the New Orleans police and the Louisiana police for catching the 3 savages. I can't wait for y'all to get the other one. We need to send them all to Angola.
And not that, but there is an award going on right now in New Orleans, which is a $20K reward if you find the location of all these fugitives. So you already know New Orleans people are money right now. They're gonna turn them in.
I might go there for the gumbo and to help lock up some savages. I'm gonna go there for the gumbo, the crawfish, and the help.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that crawfish is good. I ain't gonna lie. That crawfish is good. Moving along to other trending news. So, Hakeem, you already know, Dave Blur had canceled his tour midway due to his health issue is worsening now. Stop, man. I can't play the clip of him talking about his health issue, man.
Hi, this message is for my fans and for the niggas that don't like me. First, we're gonna address the fans. I love my fans so very much. You guys have turned my life from poverty into luxury in less than a year, and I feel indebted to you guys for that. I now can take care of my family, my friends, and my mom and everybody that I love because of you guys who listen to my music. So I thank you for that. And because of that, I felt indebted to you. I felt like even though I'm not healthy enough to go on this tour, I need to do it to prove not only to my fans that I love them enough to give them a good show, and also to the niggas that don't like me and hate me that I can do it. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to finish the tour. And because I'm in the hospital and I'm sick and I'm hooked up to oxygen and all this shit going on, I have to cancel my tour. I'm very sorry. That shit saddens me. I'm not going to be able to sleep for a little bit because of this. Hi. This message is for my fans, but it's time for me to prioritize my health instead of worrying about all the other shit that doesn't matter. Such as Antonio Brown, Can, riding my dick randomly in the middle of the night for no reason. All these niggas that just decide to wake up and hop on my dick. I need to not focus on that, and I need to focus on eating right, exercising and getting better.
That's right.
Because that shit is for my fans, and not only for my fans, for me. I need to focus on me. So I'm gonna be taking a brief hiatus from the internet, from music, and truly just focus on exercising, eating right, and bettering myself. Not for the fans, not for the bitches, myself. And so that's for the fans. For the niggas that don't like me, please don't think that this shit is over. I promise you I will be back. And I promise you shit is not sweet. But
go ahead, Hakeem, your thoughts on Dave Blur.
He need
talking about getting his health back together again.
I love him. Baby, let's get Ozempic. I'm getting on it.
Facts.
Let's get Ozempic. Listen. I subscribed to the fat boyology. Not no more. I don't want to be fat no more. And he need to have the same mentality. You gotta at some point understand that for you to be healthy, you need to make a change. And I'm happy that he's willing to make a change. There's no shade to him. You know what I mean? A lot of people struggle with health, but we need to take our health seriously. Ron, how many episodes here you telling people to go to the doctor?
All the time.
You know how many times we telling people to go work out, to eat healthy and this and that, and change their eating habits, and you know what I mean, to do that. People judge you by the way you look. And I'm happy that he's willing to do that. But if he didn't do this, he wasn't going to last 6 months.
Yep. And I'm glad he's making a transition of his life because right now, according to TMZ, go ahead, Hakeem showed this headline. My 600-pound life star, LaToya, has passed away at the age of 40 because of because of health issues. And she had a TV show, a reality show, where she talked about her weight, how she loved to eat, she can't stop eating. Everybody knew it was a mental condition, and they made a TV show out of it. And now she's gone at the age of 40. A black woman at that.
Now, mind you, I'm gonna say something. This is gonna hurt feelings. And before anybody say something, I work out. I'm trying to look, and I'm on these these collagen biopeptide protein. So just to put that.
Yeah, there's some big boys that keep themselves count.
Yeah, I'm one of them. I try to keep, but here's the thing, though. I'm gonna say something, ladies. Please don't beat me up on this. We will criticize men to lose weight, but we call it body positivity for black women. All of it is no good. All of it is no good. We need to be healthy. We need to focus on eating right.
Yes.
Statistically, there's 38 million people diagnosed with diabetes in America. 29 million of them are diagnosed, and there are 8 million people who's walking around who are not diagnosed. Unless heart failure, stroke, you name it. All this stems for eating right and being overweight. So now, in our community, we celebrate Big Mama. We celebrate BBWs. We celebrate things that are dysfunctional and is not healthy for us. So we need to make a change. It's sad that she lost her life. She's a beautiful young lady. She could be beautiful, even skinnier. We're not telling you you're going to lose it overnight. We're just telling you got to try.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say not only that, but shout out to the lovely Mimi that's also in the building as well. Shout out to Gore that's also in the building. And shout out to Abi Wardy that's also in the building as well. Yeah, I told people Lizzo was a prime example that she's going a whole different route. But I'm glad that a lot of people are transitioning in a way of healthy eating lifestyle. Shout out to Dave Blur, and unfortunately, LaToya is gone. But we send our love and our condolences to our family and friends because remember she was a hit star on I forgot what network. I think it's AMC. I forgot one of them networks.
Yeah,
she was well. She was really well loved. Okay, Hakeem, moving along. We're gonna speak through some of these topics because time is against us. So what's happening right now in St. Louis? There was a tornado that blew off an apartment building, and it fell boom straight to the ground. Go ahead, play that clip. Is there a clip?
Oh no.
Oh, is this an image?
It's just an image.
So I think is there another slide? See if there's another slide. Oh no, that's
Nope.
an image. So it was confirmed 5 people was dead and 35 people was injured after that building collapsed. I always tell people, make sure you check up on your loved ones. Go ahead, Hakeem. Your thoughts on that.
We gotta pray for these people. This is something we can't control. This is by God. So we got to just be prepared. I pray for the 5 who lost. I love St. Louis as a city. They have really good food there. And let's go.
Yep. And also when it comes to other news too, now we head into the political world, guys. We you got to forget because we're going to move very fast because time is against us. We're on overtime right now. So President Trump and also Vice President DJ Vance spoke about which pretty much Joe Biden, former President Joe Biden's health condition. Go ahead, I can't play that.
Speaking of Joe Biden, sir, do you have any thoughts on his diagnosis?
Yeah, look, I mean, first of all, of course, we wish the best for the former president's health. And, it sounds pretty serious, but hopefully he makes the right recovery. Look, I will say, whether the right time to have this conversation is now or at some point in the future, we really do need to be honest about whether the former president was capable of doing the job. And that's no, that you can separate the desire for him to have the right health outcome with the recognition that whether it was doctors or whether there were staffers around the former president, I don't think he was able to do a good job for the American people. And that's not politics. That's not because I disagreed with him on policy. That's because I don't think that he was in good enough health. In some ways, I blame him less than I blame the people around him. And why didn't the American people have a better sense of his health picture? Why didn't the American people have more accurate information about what he was actually dealing with? This is serious stuff. I mean, this is the guy who carries around the nuclear football for the world's largest nuclear arsenal. This is not child's play, and we can pray for good health, but also recognize that if you're not in good enough health to do the job, you shouldn't be doing the job. Okay. Thank you, guys. Have a safe trip. See ya. You too.
And Trump gonna speak. Go ahead. Play it.
Do you want to respond to President Biden being diagnosed with cancer? Are you going to call your predecessor?
I think it's very sad, actually. I'm surprised that it wasn't, the public wasn't notified a long time ago, because to get to stage 9, that's a long time. I just had my physical. You saw that. You saw the results of that particular test. I think that test is standard to pretty much anybody getting a physical, good physical. We had the doctors at the White House and over at Walter Reed, which is a fantastic hospital. I did a very complete physical, including cognitive tests. I'm proud to announce I aced it. Got them all. I got them all right. You proud of me? Yes. Your husband would be proud of me for getting them all right. It's a little risk. If I didn't get them all right, these people would be after me. It would be not a good situation. But I think, frankly, anybody running for president should take a cognitive test. They say it's unconstitutional, but I would say in that particular case, having a cognitive test wouldn't be so bad. But when you take tests, medical, as a male, that test is very standard. I don't know if it's given to everybody, but it's given just about. And it takes a long time to get to that situation. Now, I think to get to a stage 9, I think that if you take a look, it's the same doctor that said that Joe was cognitively fine. There was nothing wrong with him. Well, he said, if it's the same doctor, he said there was nothing wrong there, and that's being proven to be a sad situation.
Oh my God!
Hey, Shazamon, we're not laughing at Joe. We're laughing at Trump because we know he's hysterical, man.
He's hysterical, man.
Go ahead, Hakeem, your thoughts on Donald Trump and also DJ Vance.
So listen, what Vance said was correct. We clearly seen signs that his health was declining. I didn't see, nothing wrong with what they said. They didn't disrespect the man. You know what I mean? So he said, okay, Trump was running it in the ground. Cancer, or is that? You are right. It's not a joke. It's far from a joke, because we know people who have prostate cancer. But I do think that I wish that maybe he could have resigned earlier if we know his health was declining.
That was saying, and I think Trump and the vice president need to be a little bit sensitive because there's people that is facing it. But I think because of the parties, they acting like it's nonchalant. Like Trump, especially making that false comment about stage 9. There's no such thing as stage 9 cancer. There's no such thing. So moving along to other trending news before we head up and out of here. So Kai Cenat pretty much went live and spoke about, I think everybody know about his streaming service that's about to get ready to come out, his streaming university, and some people were selected, some people wasn't selected. So he spoke about it. Go ahead, can you play that clip?
It's gonna be fire. This is an idea. And I know how exciting it may be to certain people, but it's like, bro, you don't have to let this determine who you are as a creator. I'm telling y'all. That's my shit! Fuck! Like, that's the thing, like, I'm never doing this shit again. I'm never doing this fucking shit again, cause now I'm mad. Cause it's like, nigga, no matter which direction I go, no matter which way I try to make sure thing is good, I always get the bad end of the stick. Nigga, my bank statements is fucking ridiculous.
He lost me there.
Nobody's paying a dime.
I think you were just trolling.
To be in this shit. This is strictly for me to help niggas. I'm finna crash.
He lost me there again.
It's gonna be fire.
He was doing something new, Hakeem. That's all. He's doing something new, something different, bringing all the streamers together. But go ahead, your thoughts.
I love Kai Cenat, but Kai Cenat need to be a little bit more articulate. Like, we need to go, like, he's the world's largest streamer in the world. He needs to have a little bit decorum. Now, I know he's mad because he's getting blowback behind this. You got to handle adversity and take it as it comes. People get negative press all the time. You know what I mean? But for him to talk like that is just, hey, we support the streaming university. I think the concept is good. I think the fact that he wants to help is good. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? I think he's still immature in some points.
Yeah, I think so. Of course, he's still a kid. Not a kid, but he's an adult. Yeah. But he's still having fun. He's still getting used to the fame and also the streaming. I look up to him when it comes to aspect of the streaming service, the streaming content and how he does things when it comes to streaming. A lot of people love Kai Cenat. He's just having fun. And to me, bringing an idea together to have different streamers on your platform to talk about streaming and talk about content, how people could be huge content creators and learn from them is really, really a good idea. And I think it's going to be very, very successful. Remember, the university crashed when it first launched. I think it was so many people trying to sign up for it. It was crazy. It was crazy. Hakeem, moving along. So Angela Simmons and Yo Gotti, breaking news, Angela Simmons and Yo Gotti had ended a 3 years relationship. Of course, there is no sources on the reason why, but relationship come and go, relationship ends, but nothing confirmed yet. So we'll keep you guys up to date on what's happening between them two. But their relationship have ended. I don't know, is because different differences, or she probably want to do her own thing, or he trying to do his own thing. But there's nothing came out yet, nothing from TMZ or anything at all. So Hakeem, your thoughts about that 3 years relationship ending?
I was happy this was ended. I was ecstatic. Let me tell you. No, I'm not. I'm Hakeem. That's wrong with the world now. Americans being too soft. Listen, here's the thing. Let me tell you why I was happy that Angela Simmons left. I like Yo Gotti as an artist. I stream him. You know what I mean? But the problem is, they were like oil and water. Their relationship didn't mix. They come from two different worlds. She wasn't raised the way he was raised. He has 6 or 7 kids. Hear me out with this. She needs a regular guy that's not in the street.
She have kids as well too. She got a kid.
She only has one. But I'm just saying, the way she is, the type of person she was, didn't fit for her to be with Yo Gotti.
I get what you're saying.
Imagine she's from Beverly Hills. What are you doing with somebody that's from North Memphis? Who proclaimed to be a drug kingpin in his raps or a street guy?
I don't know, man.
That is right, narrative and dialogues. And you want to know something? When they get curious, they also get the ish end of the stick. And this is the second time she's divvied into this type of lifestyle, and it's taught her something.
No, but he was begging to be with her for so long. Now when you got her, you don't want to be with her no more.
Most of these guys,
God, it doesn't make sense. Why the hell you was begging for her? He was begging her for a long time.
Most
now
of these
you
guys
got her, now you don't want her. That's great.
And here's the funny thing is, all that begging, he never even proposed to marry her.
Yo, I don't understand. To me, it's confusing. Shout out to Jabbar that's in the building.
Jabbar. Is his birthday today?
No, his birthday was like a couple of days ago. But shout out to Jabbar. Happy birthday, late
happy birthday to my dog.
But last topic on today's show, so everybody already know the Minnesota Timberwolves and also the Thunder will be playing tonight. However, Ruben Gobert broke up with his pregnant girlfriend at the start of the NBA playoff and tell her to move out of his home and take his 1-year-old son with her, according to sources. So Hakeem, Ruben Gobert is a center for, you already know, for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Is this a good look for the young fellow?
This is not a good look, but here's the thing. Optics is everything. We can't just judge him right off the bat. I need to hear more. I need to hear
more too. But that's crazy. You kicked her out and your 1-year-old son. Like, probably because you want to focus on the game. I think they probably over exaggerating. He probably said, "Hey, let's just part way right now, but we'll get back together after the playoff season is over, so you can focus on the game and try to win that ring."
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just speculating. I don't know, to be honest. No other sources came out on the reason why he let her kicked her out and his son. They didn't say why.
Oh, let me make you laugh. It's a girl here on this post that says, if you give a man all the power to feed you, you also give him the power to starve you. Y'all go after men with money. What you expect? Y'all these women think they're going to tell a man with money what to do. We are in a power position.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Shout out to everybody that's watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in on this Vertical Live Tuesday. Shout out to Patrick that was watching us on Instagram. Shout out to King Rooster that was watching us on Instagram. Shout out to the lovely Mimi, co-host of the site Avenger, watching us on Instagram. But Hakeem, she also said this to you about Lizzo. She said, "Nah, you're done with a PMO because you was talking about Lizzo and it was a whole different story."
Who said that?
Mimi, co-host of the site Avenger.
Listen, I'm giving everybody that work. Lizzo went and lost the work. The thing I got on Lizzo about, she was promoting body positivity when she knows she wanted to be skinny. It was a hypocrite and she was disingenuous. She didn't like her skin. She know men did not wanted her and she could only get broke boys.
Shout
no
out to
real man with money want a pepper. No real man.
Shout out to Dollar was also in the building. Shout out to I Love You also in the building. Shout out to the lovely Shiesty who was also in the building as well. Give me 1 second, guys. Shout out to Gore was also in the building. Shout out to Jabbar who was also in the building. Why High who was also in the building. Shout out to Katie who's also in the building. Thank you so much for being here, a new subscriber. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you subscribe. Shout out to Abi Wody who was in the building. Man, we had a lot of people in the building. Shout out to Reading My Books who was also in the building. Shout out to those watching us on Facebook, Instagram, Kick, Twitch, Rumble, X, TikTok. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Vertical Live Tuesday, guys. It's so very important. Go to Chaos Culture Radio description, because in the description where you can find the Chaos Culture Radio store where we have the Chaos Culture Radio. You already know, t-shirt, hat, coffee mug, you name it. It's all in the description. So guys, go ahead and check it out. Guys, also, it's very important you go to Chaos Culture Radio community tab, in the community tab where you can find Prince King book, Raising Kings. And also, you already know, and also Black Love is also in there. And also Hakeem's album that's out now. Go check it out, guys. There's a lot of things in the Chaos Culture Radio community tab. Not only that, but thank you guys so much. We have over 207 people watching us all across the board. We thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Vertical Live Tuesday. We will be back tomorrow. You do not want to miss that as we continue to break down the Diddy case. Thank you for tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio Vertical Live Tuesday.